Arundel News Network WNAV Newsroom, I'm Jim Getz. A Baltimore City councilman is throwing his hat into the ring for the mayor's office. Councilman Nick Mosby brought the number of people running for mayor to 10 with his announcement on Sunday.
I'm truly thankful and I'm truly blessed to be standing here today in front of you announcing my candidacy for the mayor of the city of Baltimore.
Mosby is in the middle of his first term in District 7's seat of the council. Political analyst Dan Nataf says it's probably too early to tell who's the front runner in the election since Mayor Stephanie Rollins Blake isn't running for re-election. Candidates have until early February to decide to run, with the first Democratic primary coming in April.
Collectively, we can change every block, every corner, every neighborhood, and I need your help starting today.
A suspect is dead following a police shooting in Frederick County. Maryland State Police say the shooting occurred at a Sheetz gas station on East Patrick Drive just before 9 a.m. this morning. An SUV in the parking lot crashed into another vehicle located in the same parking lot. It was believed the vehicle was stolen from Baltimore. An investigation into that incident continues. Two missing teens from over the weekend in Pasadena have been found safe and sound. The two went missing early Sunday evening from the Elizabeth Landing area of Pasadena. This prompted an extensive search that included canine tracking, helicopter searches, and many boots on the ground. One of the parents contacted the Arundel News Network saying that around 5 p.m. Sunday night, the two teens just walked off, possibly heading towards Baltimore. It wasn't until 6:30 the next morning the two teens were found. Both were taken to a local hospital for evaluation. County Executive Steve Schuh, along with the environmental leaders and state government officials, led a roundtable discussion on Anne Arundel County's growing oyster restoration and aquaculture programs. The event was organized by the Oyster Recovery Partnership, or ORP, a 22-year-old Annapolis-based nonprofit organization that manages much of the state's oyster restoration activities. It builds and rebuilds oyster reefs, plants reefs with baby oysters, recycles shells from over 220 restaurants, manages an aquaculture training program, and offers classroom-based instruction in both middle and high schools. Before the discussion, the county executive took part in the ORP's shell recycling program, which collects shells from Maryland, Northern Virginia, the District of Columbia, and Delaware. Schuh joined two volunteers as they collected shells from the Boatyard and Carroll's Creek restaurants in Eastport. There were some tense moments this afternoon at the Park Elementary School in Brooklyn Park. Police say a woman acting suspicious near the school was spotted by a student claiming to have a knife. That was enough for school officials to put the school on lockdown as police investigated the incident. After an extensive search, nothing was found. The children were held after school as a letter was generated to the parents explaining the incident. Crews cutting grass near Route 295 and Route 198 in Maryland City made a gruesome discovery today. Around 2 p.m., fire and police units responded to that area for a reported vehicle down into the ravine. Reports say at least one body was found in that vehicle. That body was removed from the vehicle and sent to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. The U.S. Park Police are investigating the incident. No identity has been released at this time. For the Arundel News Network and WNAV, I'm Jim Getz.